Previously on Ultimate Drag Challenge. Scarlett Fever, congratulations, you are this week's Ultimate Challenger. Ruby, Diosa, you'll go head to head in the lip sync smackdown.
Somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looks like a girlfriend.
Ruby, congratulations, you're moving on to the next episode. Diosa Aurora Oso, you have been eliminated from the competition. Ten challengers enter, and through their wit, endurance and creativity, they will battle it out and prove that one of them is the ultimate drag challenger. The winner of Ultimate Drag Challenge will win a cash prize starting at £100 and a prize package courtesy of S&B Beauty. Welcome to the Ultimate Drag Challenge. Hi everyone, Aries here, out of drag. So before we begin another exciting episode of UDC, I do have some announcements to make. It just come with a heavy heart to say this, but prior to the critiques being filmed for this week, I did receive a message from Crystella that for their own well-being, Crystella's had to step back from the competition. This means they will not be joining us this week. They did not film confessionals or anything of the like, so they will not be continuing on in the competition. I will go into greater detail as to what that means for this week in a moment. Following on from this, after the critiques were filmed, the day prior to me filming this video, which should be like a week before the episode comes out, I received a message from Scarlett Fever. Scarlett is also going to have to leave the competition. This is due to Scarlett's work circumstances changing and other commitments. Scarlett's just not going to have the time to compete, which is completely understandable. A lot of people in the UK are living a hectic life right now. All the restrictions have just ended and there's a lot of new cases of COVID, and this means people in a lot of different jobs are having to work overtime to cover for other people and stuff like that. So what this means is Scarlett will be joining us for this week of the competition. However, Scarlett will not be involved in next week from there on out, Scarlett's not going to be in the competition. Scarlett did film confessionals from this week, but Scarlett has asked me that I not include them, and out of respect to her, I will not do this. However, Scarlett's runway will be involved in this episode, because I believe you all still deserve to see that, and of course Scarlett does want to see that as well. I ask that you go and support Crystella and Scarlett on Instagram. I will drop their ats down below. All of the challenges Instagram handles should be below or in the credits of the episode, but I will just drop them here just in case. Carrying on from this, I just need to say a few things about each of the competitors. Crystella, everyone in the chat loves you. You are loved by all the competitors, and I am heartbroken to see you go. We did talk over this situation for a while, but I know that leaving the competition is what's best for you. I'm so proud of you for everything you produced for this so far, even from your promo in just the first week. I know you gave it as much as you could for the circumstances you are in. I have nothing but love for you as your friend, and I'm saddened to see you go. But I know this is not the end of Crystella Pixie. Scarlett, this shook me to my core, if I'm not kidding. But it is what it is. Everyone's circumstances were different beginning this competition about 2 months ago, as to it is now, due to restrictions changing here in the UK and restrictions changing in the US, and the Delta variant and things like that. Scarlett, it wouldn't take someone with 20/20 vision to see that you were a front runner for this competition, even from starting from the promos. Everything you have sent me so far has been completely spectacular and so much beyond what I had expected from anyone in this competition. You were such a strong contender and it does hurt to see you go. But of course, as I said about Crystella, and I'll say to you, well-being comes before anything else. And I, as someone who's so happy to have gotten to know you through UDC, I want you to, of course, to do what's best for you. And if this is the best course of action. With that being said, we will continue with the episode now. Our hearts are heavy at the loss of both Crystella and Scarlett, but we will be happy to see them at the finale if they are able to join us. And we have nothing but love for them. Me, the whole cast included, and I'm sure the viewers too. Wishing you both the best and lots of love.
I survived the first week. Ah! Everyone turned it the F out on that runway. Oh my god, and massive congratulations to Scarlett. Like, deserved winner, looked absolutely stunning. Oh my god. But we've had to say goodbye to someone. Ah! I forgot, like, we've all been on a group chat for so long, you know, talking to each other, that I forgot that people actually need to go home. Which is sad. I just also smacked my hand. Fuck! That hurt.
Well, what a start to the competition. What a great first episode. I'm so blown away by the sheer drag excellence that's been brought into this competition alone. Like, this is insane. And I mean, Scarlett Fever, that look, that was everything. That was everything. Full body grey. I'm living. But can she keep it up? Yeah, I think she will.
Time's passed since episode 1 aired, and what can I say? It feels like it was the bloody ice age when it happened. But I am now feeling refreshed and fruity, and that's not just because of all the berries I ate for breakfast to aid my constipation. What can I say? I'm getting old bowels. It's going to be sad to see Diosa go. I think she has so much more to show. And it's just sad, bless her. But to be honest, as soon as she entered in that dressing gown and gave a monologue so long it could compete with the blimmin' Bible, she needn't bother get out of bed in the first place. She shouldn't have put on the dressing gown. I would have just stayed in bed and called it quits.
As sad as I am to see Diosa go last week, Ruby turned it in that lip sync. I mean, come on. If I have to lip sync against Ruby, I am gonna be terrified for my life. She's fierce.
Okie dokie, here we are. This is week 2. Oh my god. We are here. We made it. Dose. After week 1, I feel like now the game is on and now the wheels are rolling. Like, if it wasn't real before, baby, it's real now. The elimination was interesting. Okay, it was really nice to see how all of that went down because we all got to see it at the same time that you all got to see it. So the excitement was just nonstop the entire episode. You know what I'm saying? I honestly was rooting for my Jersey girl. For a quick second, I thought she was going to slay Ruby and send her packing. But unfortunately, Diosa left that for the rest of us. So we're going to have to take care of Ruby. Overall, I agreed with the judges for pretty much everything they said. You know, they had some really good constructive criticism, so I'm always thankful for that. Now, if I would have been a judge, I would have been looking at a couple things a little differently. However, that wasn't my job for the day. So, you know, every judge is different and every judge has their own unique eye of what they're looking for, of what they ultimately judge, you know, or how they judge at the end of the day. So, would I have scored a couple people different? Of course. However, I am not disappointed with how everything turned out.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to Scarlett Fever for her win. That is exactly what I caught when I saw her look. It was timeless and glamorous and completely deserved. I think she looked amazing. And I definitely understand why other people were nervous about her in the intros. And to the entire top 3, I felt was very well deserved. Luna Hex looked so elegant and great in that gown, so I enjoyed that. And Natasha, I felt the structure and silhouette of her outfit was so incredibly fashionable. And the fact she made it herself just made it even more amazing. And another thing I liked about it, a little detail, was the roots of her wig matched her beard. And so it just added like a whole other shape to it and just like another dimension to what was already such a great outfit. So I really liked that detail.
It was definitely a shame to see Diosa go. They had so much more to give, and I'm sad that they're not able to continue to share their beautiful art with all of us. I'm definitely going to miss competing against them, but unfortunately the brief was misunderstood, which unfortunately landed them in the bottom, and that's totally understandable. It's just a shame, really. Ruby also did kind of miss the brief. If the corset had been black with the wig and the beautiful face, or if, even better, if the shoes and the stockings had been red, it would have been much more cohesive and it would have fit with the brief. So unfortunately that was a critique that they received last week, but they really did turn that lip sync out. You can't fault that. They didn't give it that all, and I hope that Ruby is feeling really proud of themselves for that lip sync, because that was incredible.
Bitch, we've got to fucking discuss that fucking episode. Oh my god. Holy shit. Well, I didn't expect him to be in the bottom, I'll tell you that. Goodbye, Diosa. You will be missed. The episodes are going to be a lot fucking shorter without you because you didn't shut the fuck up. Aries is going to have a much easier job editing. Mwah. You sexy bitch. I'm pissed off. I'm a little bit pissed off. Like, I understood the critiques. You know, my padding wasn't the best, which by the way, sorted, fixed, you know, but I spent about 8 hours on that headpiece. And I didn't shut the fuck up about it for about 3 months. I guess next time I'll just wear a shiny metallic jumpsuit and be fucking safe. I'm not mad. I'm really fucking mad. They just wanted to start first episode off with a bang. My fucking lip sync. That's the bang.
Who did I think deserved to be in the bottom? Rose Quartz. Especially because Ruby got put in the bottom for being too basic. She looked like she decided to buy that bodysuit because Amazon told her it was frequently bought alongside her wig.
Jack's look was good. I saw that he put a comment on the video to say that he didn't agree with necessarily the bottom two. I'm pretty sure he meant that I should have been in the bottom two rather than the bottom three, but I don't know. We will see, but that look was good, but I'm keeping my eye on Jack.
Do I agree with Scarlett being crowned as episode 1's winner? No. Yeah, no, I actually do. No, now I've had time to reflect and wash all the latex out of my hair from that blimmin' octopus look. Oh, and I've had my hair done, a little haircut. Anyway, I completely agree with the judge's decision. And my only question is, has she got a spare bedroom that I can go and stay in? Because it looked blimmin' beautiful along that seafront.
I will tell you this though. If I get sent home and a bunch of ladies in the safe zone have unstyled wigs, flat wigs, I will start another plague. I will have you back in lockdown faster than you can say vaccination. I am really excited about the challenge of the runway this week. I love fashion history and costume history, so it was actually kind of difficult to pick a time period for me because I'm just so excited. The one I did end up going with is the mid-1800s, the Romantic era, about like 1830s through the 1860s. I'm very excited for you guys to see what I brought.
We're on episode 2, and that's the thing that's happening right now. Oh my god, I can't believe that I'm really happy to be safe. Like last week, like I was like freaking out. Like I couldn't even watch the episode like at home. I was like in the middle of a show, like at the interval, just like trying to load it on my phone and trying to stick my headphones in. I'm so excited for this week. I struggled with this runway. I had a few different options, but none of them were very good. And then I found the outfit that I'm wearing and was like, oh, this is camp. It's not very like stylish in any way, but it's camp. And I also had to sprinkle a little bit of politics in there because it's me and I'm a northern twat and the north never forgot what happened. Yeah. Have fun editing this, Aries.
I did a lot better as well than I anticipated I would, so I'm really glad it translated well with the judges. That really means a lot to me, and I hope that I can just continue to impress for them and hopefully get that win. I've got a good feeling about this week. Touch wood, it's wood, I promise. Ooh, and it's dusty.
Now, so period pieces and or historically costumey mading-dongs are not my cup of tea. And I don't want a biscuit with that either. But touch wood, and you know I touch a lot of wood, I think I've managed to whip something out. I've got a plan. I've already done the plan. I'm filming this afterwards, so hopefully it works, fingers crossed. And hopefully it will save me from the bottom two, and you never know, it might just impress the judges. Woo!
This week, Mama is bringing it. We were asked to go ahead and prepare a look based off of a time era of our choice. I always try and think and then double think and then triple think and really think before I settle on a decision, you know, of what I want to do, because in my head I'm always like, I don't want anyone else to do the same thing. I want to try and stand out and be as creative as possible. And I also think to myself, you know, what is in my realm? What can I accomplish? And after I go through all those things, then I make my decision. Here is one of my props that I have made. I wanted to go ahead and make a club. Okay, what is a caveman without a club? But obviously I wanted to make it like supersized. Okay. Henig, ready to clobber anything. Hi-ya. Swing, bada, bada, bada. Swing.
If you crossed a dolphin with a shark, would it shit out an octopus?
Aries is a deviant little cow, and I know she's trying to get a fucking reaction out of me. And it's fucking worked because it's pissed me off. No, negative energy. I need to cleanse. I need to cleanse a fucking second. Hang on. Stay.
Welcome to the Ultimate Drag Challenge. I'm your host, Aries Envy. It is currently 30 degrees here in the UK, which is why my makeup looks absolutely dogger, but it is what it is. This week, our guest judge is all the way from Los Angeles. It's Yvettegetarian. Yvette, I'm so happy to have you here, my twin, or prettier twin, honestly, because I am looking a bit rough.
Hi there, it's a vegetarian. I'm coming at you from Los Angeles, California to be this week's extra special guest judge here on the Ultimate Drag Challenge. So, let's get into it.
Yvette, I'm so excited to have you here. This week, our challengers were asked to create a set of nails in our Nailed It mini challenge. The winner of this mini challenge will receive an advantage in next week's challenge. Let's see how they did.
Hello Wankstains and welcome to Baby Bubble's nail making tutorial. Now as you can see I'm taking an unconventional approach. Now basically that's because 1, I've just had my nailsies done, and 2, well, I don't have any fake nails, so I thought, let's get crafty. Now, I'm not going to show you my face during this tutorial because I look like a slapped ass, and I don't want to condone anyone to looking at that at this time of night. Now, let's crack on with the nail making tutorial. Now, as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like strippy nail kind of thingy-ma-ding-dongs, very creepy, very dark and spooky, and I've basically made these by cutting out segments of black card, using a ruler because I can't find the scissors and I'm a fat lazy man and can't be asked to look. Now, the next step is to decorate the nails. Now, I've unfolded it slightly because when it's in folded position, it's more stable to stick on your nail and it won't be as flimsy. But to stick and decorate, I'm going to just unfold it a bit. And I'm going to stick, well, this little gold bow on to make it a bit more festive. You could stick anything, if I'm honest, because card, well, it's a multi-surface, I don't know, something like that. I'm good at sticking shit too. And I'm going to stick my bow using double-sided sticky tape. Everyone likes a double-sided sticky tape. Now, once you've stuck the bow onto every single, well, nail kind of thingy-majing-dong, we're going to start sticking them onto your nails. And I'm going to do this, I know, it's a bit different, using double-sided sticky tape. Here we are, the finished product. I've literally just stuck it on using the double-sided sticky tape. What can I say? It's the 8th wonder of the world. And I'm ready to do some fingering. Look at how long they are. I'm ready to go out to the club. Just don't wash your hands or go near any water source for that fact because they're not the most sturdy. Anyway, stay bubbly and always use a condom. Woo!
Alright, I don't know the first thing about doing fake nails, so I don't know why you're asking me. Let's look at the directions. Oh, what the fuck? Is this shit in German? Alright, well, I think we figured it out. So first you're going to want to take your nails. Get those open. Line them up. Then once they're all sorted, you're going to want to cut them up into claws. You know, a lot of people like to use their pinky nail to hold coke with, but I find you can fit a lot more in your thumb. You're gonna want to cut the rest of the nails short though, because unlike those good-for-nothing heroes, villains understand the importance of female pleasure. Right, now it's time to glue them on. If I can open it, I guess that means it works. Once that's done, you can paint them a nice neutral color. Once that's done, you're obviously going to need to take some time to let it dry. Oh, you're back now? Good. Let's decorate. I can't operate anything with these dumb claws. Luckily, we have tools. So let's figure it out. Now this is not nail glue or glitter or whatever. This is just stuff I found from Joann Fabrics. I mean, if it's fake nails, you don't really need to worry about what you're putting on it, right? I thought it'd be super cool to do a half-broken heart on both my index finger and my ring finger. But looking at it now, you can't really tell it's anything but red schmutz. The middle finger is what I call your fancy finger. You're going to want to make sure something cool is on that for when you flip people off. I did an upside-down pentagram because I'm edgy. And then you can just do whatever for your pinky finger. It's so small it doesn't even matter. And there you have it. Nails a la the underworld. I would never recommend anyone follow this advice, but if you do, please let me know.
Hello. I started off by cutting rectangle pieces of cardboard. Then I attached a small nail and mirror tiles. My concept was to create a set of nails that would allow me to check myself out while I'm checking them out. I made them double-sided so that 2 people could use the mirrors at the same time. Then I decided to push them even more and really play off of a mirror. So I made a border for each of the nails using cardboard and a hot glue gun. I painted one side of the nails pink with blue dots and the other side blue with pink dots. And here is the final product. The nails range from 4 to 5 inches in length. They were a little heavy at first, so I kind of had to get myself adjusted to the weight. There you go, checking myself out. Honey, check it. They kind of look like the doors from Monsters, Inc. that the monsters would go into. And I hope you all enjoyed.
So this is going to be the start of my mini challenge. I've drawn out what I'm going to do. As you can tell, I'm not good at art in any way, shape or form. But I'm basically doing a nail after every one of the contestants based on their last runway. So I may have underestimated how hard this is actually going to be to do. Because these, oh my god. This whole process is making me realise why I don't wear nails. So up to now I've done myself, Jack and Crystella. This was supposed to be Ruby's corset, but it looks more like a ladybug. This one is about to be Diosas. This is going to be Bailey's, it's just drying, and also drying is Scarlett's. That was meant to be Natasha's wig, but it looks more like a demonic ice cream cone. So here we have the final set. They look horrible, but I tried my best, okay?
For my nail mini challenge, I decided to be me. Literally placing rubies everywhere. This took about 2 to 3 hours covering the entire nail set. I love it personally. I think it's glamour, I think it's rich, I think it's precise. Now these are nails made for hand jobs.
Alright, so we're gonna make some cute ass nails. Now, in order to not damage my already very horrible nails, I'm just going to put them on this bottle as like a stand because, you know, I don't like ravishing my nails any further with nail glue. So my nails have now somewhat dried, so I'm going to do the opposite of what I've just done. Just stick them onto the end of there, onto the very end, just to make sure I'm not like snagging anything underneath, and just paint the top layer of each nail. Right, now we have it. Our nails are done and completed. This is what they look like. They're very long, they're quite a strange shape. The sort of different designs are quite funky. I especially like this one, to be honest with you. I think the middle one with the different stones looks quite cool. But I have an inkling that I may make use of these on a future runway, so keep your eyes peeled for those. But yeah, there you go. Here are the final product. And it's only taken me 2.5 hours. Well, we're done. These are the nails, and I'm happy with them.
The winner of this week's mini challenge is Natasha Starr. I love a set of nails I can look at myself in. Congratulations, Natasha, you have won an advantage in next week's challenge. I will reach out to you after the episode airs.
Lazy fucking bitch, I swear. Evening, everyone. So it's pretty late in post-production. The episode should be out in like 1 day after I filmed this. I just looked at a watch that did not exist. And I've come to the realization that Aries, being the stupid bin that she is, did not film herself introducing what the Runway challenge was. So unfortunately, the duty falls to me. Also Aries. This week, our challengers were asked to give us their best period pieces look. Let's see how they did. Thank fuck this is over. Ugh. Cheap ass set.
Bailey.
Let them eat cake. Not that she actually ever bloody said that. But here I am from the 18th century France, the bloody queen. I'm giving you Marie Antoinette in a pastel vergiano. And I am feeling my oats. It is pearly, pearly ding dong on my face. It's very bubbly Bailey. And those flowers, oh, well, they're just to die for. What can I say? I'm coming for that crown. Wankers.
Jack.
The time period I chose was the mid-1800s, because I'm also mad, bad, and dangerous to know. I remember that one summer where Mary Shelley and I smoked opium by the lake like it was yesterday.
Luna.
Now, for my runway, I chose a Regency Highwayman because when I was younger, I had this obsession with Dick Turpin and the legend that surrounded him. And when I found out that he is buried here in York, where I live, that absolutely blew my mind. So I thought, what better way to honour him than right now in full drag. I've got my 3-point hat on. I have this gorgeous brown floral corset with matching little sleeves. I have big poofy white sleeves to really exaggerate the silhouette, and this gorgeous ruched up black skirt with my cute little boots.
Natasha.
Lunch. Smash. Smash! Wow.
Purl.
The 70s are definitely known for peace, love, and disco music, but it was also a time of major political changes. Changes that would still be in effect within the next decade. A broken down economy mixed with the careless actions of Margaret Thatcher would eventually lead to the miners' strikes. Arguably, the north of England did take it the hardest, but every walk of life, no matter the class, was affected by these strikes.
Rose.
This week I am channeling the 1980s. I'm wearing my 80s mom jeans, I've got my big permed hair, my neon makeup, and I'm wearing an actual Pits and Pervits concert t-shirt from the actual Gaze the Word bookshop, which was featured in the film Pride, all about Mark Ashton's petition to support the miners and for gay rights.
Ruby.
Come on, bottom two, let's get sickening. Today for Period Piece, I am giving you a 17th century glamazon bitch of a Chesterfield canal. I've got to say, I'm the only bitch I know to successfully sail down the fucking runway. It smells fishy in here and I don't think it's me.
Bitch! Oh!
Fashion, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is my drag.
And Scarlett Fever.
Truly outrageous that I chose not to do 1920s for this, like I assume most of you would have expected me to. I like to change things up, keep you on your toes, you know? I am giving you 1980s glam rock Gem and the Holograms realness in a costume I made myself, by the way, and a wig that I styled myself, by the way. Just a cheeky plug. Thank you to Revenge for letting me film in the club before it was even open to the public. Love you. No one else is the same. Scarlett's my name.
The judges have made some decisions. Ruby and Scarlett Fever, you are both safe. Scarlett, I want to reiterate and just let you know, you came very close to being in the top this week. I love the amount of effort you put into this look. I thought it was spectacular from head to toe. It was just a very, very tough week and you nearly inched yourself into the top 3. Had it been a top 4, you would have been up there. Ruby, I am so proud of you. I could scream. I thought you did really great this week. I loved what you did on the runway. The outfit itself I really liked. I loved all the little accessories. I think this is such an upswing for you. If you keep this up, you can go all the way, dear. Good work this week. That means Natasha, Bailey, Luna, Jack, Purl and Rose, you are up for critiques.
So first up, Bailey Bubbles. I have to admit, this is one of my favorites of the week. I think not only was it very well put together and clearly had a lot of thought put into it, I think it also had very creative elements like the styling of the hair and the addition of the different accessories. And I believe there were flowers and vines in the hair. I think those sort of attention to detail really pushed this one, over the top for me.
Yeah, this was really out of the box for Bailey, which is weird to say because Bailey doesn't even exist in the box. Bailey exists in like some kind of polyhedron in another dimension. So it was weird seeing it sort of grounded in Earth, but still being so serene and beautiful. I think pink, white, and blue always go really well together. I mean, it's the trans pride flag colors. I don't know if that was intentional, but it looks really good. And the wig the wig's gorgeous. All the stylings, all the bits, and this is possibly the best makeup I've ever seen Bailey in. which is what I said to Bailey the last time I saw them. But, I mean, it's even better this week, which, I mean, I was going to say something and my mind went blank.
No, you're okay. Continuous growth. I think even just knowing that Bailey has improved since week 1 and it's only week 2 really shows the sort of dedication and the motivation that they have for this competition. I really thoroughly enjoyed Jack's color palette. I think the dark colors were a very smart choice because it wasn't common throughout all the submissions, and so I applaud him on that. I think for me, it didn't scream 18th century. A lot of other submissions this week were very blatant or rooted in sort of references and clear accessorizing that screams the time period that they were given or that they chose. This one was missing that for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think because so many people went for the, like, I believe half the cast went for that sort of period between the 17th and 18th century. I think compared to everyone else's, Jack sort of got lost in the mix just because both Luna and Ruby did sort of like piracy and highway things, and Jack sort of did the same thing. And I would say I would prefer Ruby and Luna's over Jack's. And I'm not completely fussed over the wig. I think it could have just done with a bit more. There's just quite a few fly hairs, and I think it could have just done with a couple more brush throughs. But I do love the length in it because long hair on a man is always amazing in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Next up was Luna Hex, also doing the 18th century. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I really like some of the smaller elements. The shoes, the boots were chef's kiss. I love the boots. And I think Luna really embodied the sort of character of the 18th century with just the posing and the sort of emoting through the drag face. It was just, for me, it was impeccable.
Yeah, and what I loved about it is she linked it to Dick Turpin. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dick Turpin, but he was a famous highwayman here in England, and Luna chose to sort of do this character because Luna lives in York like a lot of the cast, and that's where Dick Turpin is buried. And I think taking like the highwayman and making it sort of drag is very punk rock in its own sense, because it's taking sort of this criminal character and making it edgy, making it cool, while still having all these pieces and themes that really fit into the 18th century. I loved this.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else I can add besides that I think the makeup is executed beautifully as well. And I think even the hair, the attention to detail on this one as well is quite remarkable. Yeah,
I wasn't fond of this in pictures, but holy shit, the runway on this. The dinosaurs, the swinging of the club. I mean, we ask all our contestants for voiceovers, and I love that Natasha just decided to make caveman noises for whatever reason throughout the entirety of this.
Cracked me the hell up. Oh my god.
Props and all that was just, it was stellar.
I, just like you said, I thoroughly enjoyed the runway presentation and the voiceover. It's interesting, I even understood what she was going for in the photo too. To me, it read very clearly, and it was an immediate standout from the cast, because I just don't think very many people would have chosen this or would have thought to go there, but she went there and she did it great.
Another thing is, Natasha made her own background this week, saw the leaves and stuff and made that. So making the prop, making her own outfit, making this backdrop, I mean, that's a lot of work. So my hat's off to Natasha this week.
So next up was Purl Stitches, and they chose to go with the 1970s, which is a personal favorite era of mine. So it's very fond of to my heart. I really enjoyed the colors that they chose. And I think the color palette, not only in their outfit, but also in the eye makeup and even the background, it was very pleasing, very aesthetically pleasing. But as I'm sure you also noticed, there was a bit of a historical inaccuracy in the prop used.
Yeah. So for me, the issue was, this look does scream 70s to me, but the minor strike where Thatcher was in power was the 80s. And sort of going for the anti-Thatcher sign, which, I mean, as a northerner in England, that's something I'll always support. And being anti-Thatcher, not being pro. Right. God, that sounded very mixed up for singing. Yeah, so an anti-Thatcher message is something I can always get behind. I just think that having this sign that had a reference to the 80s and then having an outfit that was more American 70s, because disco wasn't as big of a thing here, I think it was just a little bit mishmashed. And I know that it can be easy to slip up and make this sort of mistake because the minor strikes have happened through many times here in the UK. I just wish that Purl had sort of gotten the facts just a bit straighter, because I think they could have killed it in an 80s look, or they could have done something towards the 70s minor strike. I mean, even if the sign was changed, it probably would have made more sense. But other than that, about the outfit, I'm not too fond of the jumpsuit's colours. I would wish them to be brighter, because I always remember disco as being very bright, shiny colours, big hair, which Purl did have this week. But I just think this bodysuit's a little bit dulled and greyed for what I would have loved.
Should I throw in my Maggie Thatcher impression?
Do it.
Okay. The lead is not for turning.
So Rose, in my opinion, did what Purl should have done, because this is quintessentially British 80s. Apart from maybe the hair, I would have gone for a slightly different hair, but the jacket, jeans, and shirt all makes sense. I mean, the perverts and pits shirts and movements where there was sort of a gay and lesbian movement in supporting the miners here in the UK during the Thatcher era, so I thought that was perfect. For me, I think it's a little bit casual. Phoebe, get out of the way of the camera, thank you. Sorry, my cat. For me, it was a little bit casual. I think if you're going to go for it, everyone thinks of the 80s as everyone sort of thinks of the 80s and they think of like glam rock, or they think of like pop, and sort of like, I mean, media does have a tendency to over glamorize the 80s when a lot of stuff was brown, but there's a lot more I think Rose could have done for, and I just was not obsessed with this.
Yeah, I definitely concur. I think conceptually it was one of my favorites. I really liked the sort of messaging of the look and this idea of sort of showcasing what a person from the 80s might have been wearing as opposed to what somebody from our era would interpret. But like you said, I think there is just something missing in the finer details. I think for me, the 80s screams graphic makeup. And so that's one thing that I noticed, that I really wish that she had gone for a more graphic makeup style, maybe a black lip or a very vibrant red lip to accent the red in the jacket. Just the smaller details, I think, is what could have pushed this over. Yeah,
I think just for like closing notes on this, I mean, I live in one of the last former mining towns in the UK, with Kellingley closing not all that long ago. But I mean, I really love the message behind this look and also Purls. I just think they could have been fine-tuned a little bit better. Based on the critiques, I have made some decisions. Jack Cadaver, you are safe. If I'm being really honest, Jack, I think this week you did not do that bad at all. In fact, honestly, I think there's quite a large margin between you, Rose, and Purl. And I think it was just a matter of you getting washed out because of there being so many looks from that particular time period. There were lots of things I liked about the look. I think it just didn't quite stand out. Congratulations, you'll be moving on to the next episode. That means Rose Quartz, Purl Stitches. You will not be lip syncing this week. It is stated in the Ultimate Drag Challenge rules that in the event that someone drops out, the lip sync smackdown will be replaced from the bottom two with the top two. This means Rose and Pearl, you get to live to fight another day. I'm quite thankful for this because I do want to see more from both of you. Rose, I think after being low 2 weeks in a row, I think you can push next week and you can do really well. I really loved your entrance look on week 1 and I think you can get to the top. You just need to keep pushing and keep giving it. For this look, I would say it was probably one of the most historically accurate looks. The only issue was it was such a contemporary and pedestrian sort of era that it did not stand out and scream drag. I think I know you to have some great looks and I know you can push further than this. I want to see you do better next week because I know you can. Pearl, I think in your case, you just happen to have slipped up with the fact-finding behind your look. Yvette personally really loved your look and Yvette would have placed this in the top. For me, because of the issues with the time period and also because I wasn't that big a fan of the outfit, it just slipped towards the bottom. But I know what you're capable of and I'm sure this was just a slip up. Congratulations, you'll be moving on to episode 2. Natasha, Bailey and Luna. 2 of you will go head to head in a lip sync smackdown and 1 of you will become this week's Ultimate Drag Challenger. Bailey Bubbles, you will be lip syncing, my dear. This was my favourite look of the week. I think head to toe it was immaculate and I really, really loved this. You did astounding. Luna, you're safe. Luna, you've got such good momentum now. Don't lose that speed because if you keep this ball running, you can steamroll this competition. You are doing spectacular. Keep it up, love. This means that Natasha Starr, you will be joining Bailey in the lip sync. As I said in the critiques, I wasn't completely sold on this when I first saw it, but as I got through watching your runway, I lost my mind over this. I think you told a story through this outfit and you went so far out of the box from what everyone did. It just blew my mind in all honesty. And as you have said, keep that energy. Congratulations, dear. Natasha, Bailey, you'll be facing off in the lip sync smackdown and 1 of you will be this week's Ultimate Drag Challenger. This is your last chance to impress me and score this win. Good luck. I've made my decision. I don't think I have, actually. If I'm being really honest with myself right now, Natasha, you won this lip sync and you did a spectacular job. Congratulations, you are the ultimate drag challenger this week. Bailey, in my heart and good conscience, this look was so put together and so immaculate for me that I can't just award this second place. So, with that being said, Bailey Bubbles, congratulations, you are also this week's ultimate drag challenger. I am immensely proud of both of you. This was yet again a very tough week, and I cannot wait to see what you both bring next week. Congratulations. The format had to change this week in order to accommodate Crystella leaving. However, as of next week, the rules will return to normal, and we will be losing another challenger. Who's going to rise to the top, and who's getting ready to crumble? Find out next episode on Ultimate Drag Challenge.